What's cooler than that?
Oh, I sent you that link too. You saw that they're gonna add. They found another deposit of that stuff for like the
ain't
minerals.
Nothing gonna happen.
Not
if we don't have cobalt, we don't have shit.
But how do you know it's not in there?
What do you mean?
Do you know it's not in there?
Did they say it was in there?
It's all like rare earth minerals, stuff we need to like make batteries and stuff.
Yeah, but you already sent me that one once. Didn't we
Yeah,
we
but
already
now-
see it was a different one? What happened to that other one?
No, that one's too, but they found another one. It's in like 4 or 5 counties. It's that big.
Really?
On this side of the, yeah. So eventually they're going to build those plants. You're going to need drivers to haul that stuff, right?
How much are they paying?
Well, they haven't built the plant. They're going to have to, they're going to do like they did with the oil. They're going to build like test sites first to see and figure out how they can make, and they build like the little plants. They start out small and they figure out how they're going to like make the most money, right? They did that with oil too.
Yeah, you know what somebody's doing right now? Somebody out there is securing patents. That's the problem with stuff like this. There's big companies right now that are out there. They're buying plots of lands. They're buying leases. They're securing they're securing rights to all the stuff. And us and little civilians never know.
Not paying attention.
That's why, that's why when you're a normal individual, you're like a normal dude like us. You're like, man, how do I get involved? Even when the crypto stuff was going off. Remember when crypto was popping off? Everybody was like, oh, I'll make all these people are making all these because they bought it. They're doing insider trading. They're buying.
You know what we should be doing for that?
What, crypto? Crypto's dead, son.
Buying that land and finding the ones that have the mineral rights and see if they even know about it yet. Because maybe they don't pay attention to the news.
You'd have to be a fool to live in this state and not be aware of your mineral rights.
No, they know they have the mineral rights. But like, if it's in a place you know there's already not oil, they might be like, okay, here you go. Like, I'll sell it with the land. But they don't know, like, maybe they don't know about that rare earth minerals yet.
You want to tell them what we're talking about?
No. Are we going to put this on the podcast?
I guess.
We said where we are at. Do you care
Did
anymore?
we?
You
didn't.
You did.
I bleeped it out.
Okay, you bleeped it out?
So the state that we're in
bleep
right
you
now,
out.
bleep them out. The state we're in right now, we found some new rare earth minerals.
Yeah, the thing is what's going
Right?
on there, because China's starting to cut off some of that stuff from us. So I think that's why they're looking into this, because of future stuff, because we think we're, the trade thing's kind of not good right now with everybody.
If we didn't take the cobalt, or what is it, lithium? What were the mines over in the Middle East that we gave up recently, and China went and took over?
But that's why China wants, you showed me that stuff too, why they want all those little islands, why they're going in there and taking those all over. It's because they have a lot of that stuff. Those little islands that like stretch down and like go towards like Australia.
Yeah.
They're snatching all those up and making them part of China.
Well, they can't really do that, though, can they? It's
They already
international
have.
waters.
Some of them saying they are part of China because China's promising a bunch of stuff, and then they come in and give them a bunch of money.
I do remember this episode.
And a lot of them have mines on those little islands. For some reason, there's like super big mines in some of those areas. And they contribute like a big percentage to the world from those places.
Have you talked to anybody in specific about our state? Anybody that might...
I don't know anybody high enough up to like talk to about that. But that's oil.
From Marathon. What?
I haven't even seen that guy in forever, dude.
Really?
Yeah, we talk to different people now.
You don't know anybody higher up who can say yes or no on this? Justin doesn't know?
He probably knows about as much as you hear.
Isn't he the one that sent it to us?
If you read on it. The first one, yeah.
And he doesn't know anything. He seemed pretty...
It's not going to happen overnight, for sure. It's going to be probably a couple of years. But still, it's something to like... That's like if you know what they're going to do or fight for, like there's obviously things you can invest in that are going to like blow up in a certain time period, right? As long as they do it.
You know what would be a great market to invest in this state right now? Let's say there's this thing actually blows up, we get some boxable houses. Or those trailer houses.
Well, if you're going to buy them and rent them out, you're saying like to the people coming to work and do all this work?
Like that one Brian's got on his farm. The trailer house he took, go buy a bunch of those from some of these companies.
The only problem there is some of them companies are going to house their own people. They do that anyways, to bring people in to come work.
True, but they're gonna need. Sometimes they want to rent or lease these houses from people. It's always real estate, isn't it? You know, when everything pops
they're gonna
off
need the land to drill to take this stuff out of. That's what I'm saying. Like because it's gonna be, it goes down towards like Bowman and stuff too. It's like what is it? Slope County, Stark County. I think there's like 4 or 5.
listing out counties in this bitch.
Maybe I'm throwing them off.
I'm gonna bleep that out.
You go somewhere else. Yeah, that's a good fishing spot over there.
Yeah,
I just caught like 5 walleye. Really? I'm going over there. Yeah, man. I think there's a few left over there.
Yeah, do that. Do that. I don't know. I don't think our state has another boom in it. How many booms have we had over the past?
I think this side though of the state is due because like it was a place nobody wanted to go when like everybody came to this country. I mean, they gave
so
back in the day the land was given away for free. Like they didn't even have to buy it.
Well, wasn't that everywhere though?
No. That was here. They were giving it to people because you could do nothing with it. They figured it was useless.
God dang it! Why do I care? The state, it's North
It don't
Dakota.
matter no more. But,
It's North Dakota.
North Dakota,
You just don't have to tell them everything.
Don't you know?
But, damn it, I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something very important. What were we talking about? The land.
Yeah, I said it was given up for free.
A lot of states did that though. It's not just us.
In places where they thought the land was useless, yeah. But the coast, most people were like, when the people came to this country, they were staying on the coast, right?
Right.
That's why the coasts are so populated and stuff nowadays.
Yeah, that's why they get flooded out in hurricanes and
people were dying trying to cross the country, dysentery
to get here. You think we need more people? Are you inviting? Dude, you know when I first moved out here?
People don't want to come here anyway. They come and then they want to leave.
Good. Stay gone. Don't show up on my side of the tracks.
Hey, man, they're on the side of your tracks now. You just saw what happened like the other day.
I've been seeing more homeless people here.
Minneapolis is moving into your side of the state.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
You know it.
Well, yeah, but aren't they everywhere? I've seen some sketchy people here too.
But more stuff's starting to happen over there, right? Like it seems like it's starting
where
to
do you
become
think
more
they're
constant.
migrating towards?
Well, yeah, but at least on this side, it's still not here.
I'm gonna put the signs up, letting them know everybody head on this way. It's free.
Man, I'll be going right to Wyoming.
God damn,
Nobody wants to live
Nobody
down.
wants to go there.
Hey, dude, I think down there taxes are super cheap too.
Really? In Wyoming?
To buy to live down there, I think it's cheaper.
It should be
property taxes.
It should be. Such a punk ass state, man, where nobody wants to live. It's flat as
and you'll love living there. It's not.
Wyoming,
all flat,
bro.
You got mountains.
I've driven across Wyoming. It is one of the.
You got like
terrible.
That's where the national park is.
Yeah, but
Wyoming.
the wind just blow. There's nothing. You think this state is effed for wind? Try driving across Wyoming, bro.
But their temperatures are better.
How do you what?
I know people that have lived there. It's better there.
Okay.
Like in the wintertime.
Still though, the name Wyoming, it puts a bad taste in my mouth for some reason. Yeah, why am I going here?
You might change your decision on that in the future when you're older though. You'll be like, man, I should move to Wyoming.
Yeah, I should buy a ranch. Instead of going, well, Montana's already effed.
Less
right?
people, the better.
Montana's already screwed.
They're getting like whoever wants the liberally side of it is on the like west side, right? And it's like moving over.
Who, of Montana?
You got the like hippies and stuff on the one side, right?
How come no one understands? How come no one grasps?
What's wrong with hippies?
No, yeah. But how come nobody grasps that theme? Like right now, like from the past year, everybody sees people migrating from these states where everything is trash and
because
terrible.
they ruined their own states. Now they're going somewhere it's better.
Right, but why do they not notice the trend? The people who left maintain their ideas and their beliefs and their
Even
thought
after
process.
what they did?
No, but they don't think. Here's the problem is they don't think that they're the problem. The people that leave imagine themselves.
It's somebody else's fault.
They're like, no, all the smart ones who are leaving are the people who probably could have fixed the state if they'd have stayed there and actually fought for change, right? But they just leave. and then all the BS follows them. I hate to use this example.
It'd have been awesome if the states were like, no.
You can't, yeah.
Where'd you
did you
move
live?
I want your ID.
Seriously, I mean, obviously it's a revenue issue, right? Like, I mean, we want money. So we're going to bring into people. We can't tell people you can't move here.
What are your beliefs?
Yeah, there should be somebody at the gate. It's not a bad idea, because it doesn't take long for ideas like that to take over.
But what our country's based on, it like goes against those beliefs too, right? That's the problem.
I don't know, man. It's sketchy to me. And I was going to say earlier, I hate to use this example, but Austin, Texas, and Joe Rogan moved there, right? And people said the homeless crisis in Austin all of a sudden just poof, blew up. The governor had to enact all kinds of regulations and some new stuff to like clear things out as best they could, but it's already turning into this weird. Austin was already a liberal.
Joe should have never said where he moved.
That's what I thought. Why would you put it? But
Joe Rogan, if you ever watch this, move to North Dakota.
No, don't, please. The second day, if he hadn't have said it, let's say he didn't say it.
I feel like that definitely helped people make that decision. Like, well, Joe Rogan moved there.
Yeah, but the second day he moved there, it would have been all over the internet where he moved to. Like, someone would have seen him walking around. He was going to. You can't hide it. That's the sucky part.
Well, he did open his own like comedian thing too. Right?
He opened the comedy mothership.
Yeah. So that you're down there, right there. I guess if he never went there though, they wouldn't know. They could have just thought he opened it there.
Right.
You just couldn't like go there or be like, I just traveled here from California.
You could, dude.
Like my fish story. No, don't go that way.
Yeah, don't go that way. Go this way. You could try some shit like that. Did you see that? DeSantis. They put Did you ever see those balls? Those floating balls that they now have in the river in Florida. These big orange balls to keep people from going across the river now. Mm-hmm. And he's trying to enact. What was he doing? He's trying.
These are like nets, and there's like people stuck in them.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what exactly it
like
looks.
Fish got a net.
Well, it looks like there's these huge orange balls, and they just strung them across the center of the river, all the way down the river, and the balls are like going through these lines, and so if you try to go over, they just spin, right? But I don't understand how it works because you could just swim right under.
That's what I'm saying. If there's like netting though connected to them, so you like get caught in the net.
Yeah, but if you bring a knife and just cut it and swim through, I don't see how that works. There were these. I'm not crazy.
Mm-hmm. I'm not saying you are. No, I'm listening. I'm just listening. I'm paying attention.
Yeah, but I don't understand the concept. They said they come. They can't. Should we look it up?
Maybe they're so big they go under the water super far.
I don't think so, dog.
Maybe if you touch them, they electrocute you.
Can you put that in the water though?
I mean,
you kill all the fish, right? Let's see. Florida.
Watch you type. We'll get some weird ass stuff.
Yeah. Oh, Texas.
It's in Texas.
Oh, so it wasn't Florida. It was Texas. Look at these orange.
They put them in like the Rio Grande. Well, that river is super shallow that they cross. So you might not be able to go under them.
Should we watch this?
They might actually be touching the bottom.
Well, I still feel like I get underneath.
The Rio Grande's really shallow. Like you can walk across it in spots. And maybe that's where those are sitting. Because then you can't like get through. But they already showed them going over the new walls. Like
yeah, this just doesn't seem. Watch this. Look at this. I'll turn it up.
It's 6 million undocumented immigrants crossing our southern border since 2021. Texas Governor Greg Abbott is desperate to slow that flow.
Today, he unveiled a new strategy aimed at making it much more difficult to swim or wade across the Rio Grande. Fox 26 political reporter Greg Rugen here to explain what is being deployed. Greg.
Caroline and Rashi, this new barrier is part of what Abbott calls a layered defense. In other words, before immigrants get past state troopers and border patrol, before they get past rows of razor wires, they will have to get past a man-made wall floating in the water.
What these buoys will allow us to do
Look at that.
is to prevent people from even getting to the border.
Calling it breaking news, Governor Greg Abbott unveiled the latest taxpayer-funded tool to deter uninvited immigration.
Yeah, look at that.
He calls them water-based barrier buoys to be strategically positioned in the middle of the Rio Grande.
Pause.
Yeah, but
don't you think you can just swim under that?
But is there something under them? That's the thing.
Like what? They're floating. Skis?
But maybe there's something that comes out of them and goes down. Maybe those like steel things that are going around them also go down into the like underneath. So it's almost like a cage.
That's possible.
DPS Commander Steve McCraw calls the countermeasure a deterrent for migrants who choose to enter the water.
It's very difficult to be able to go through these. Very difficult to come over.
The first 1,000 feet will be deployed near Eagle Pass, with more certain to follow. Part of a
So it's just difficult. It's just difficult to go over.
It's to deter them. You know what also would work? And I hate to say it.
I don't think it's going to work.
Shooting your guns. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You'll scare people real quick from trying to cross. If you just say, hey, if you cross, we're just going to shoot you.
That was something Ron DeSantis brought up.
I'm sorry, it's wrong.
It's not wrong. I think it's accurate, and I think
other countries would do it.
Yeah, you are invading the United States of America, right? Technically.
If we tell you not to come, yeah.
Technically, you're an invading force.
There's a way for you to come in legally, just do it. Like, I'm sorry, it sucks. I get life sucks.
No.
But everybody's got fucking challenges they got to go through in life, man.
I get that, right? It's true. Life sucks. These people's lives are rough. But at what point do we say, like, we can't give up our own country to make the rest of the world happy, right? You have to lay down some kind of
law.
Yeah, we just can't let you all. It's like if all of the homeless people in this state decided they're going to move and try to move into your house. You know, you could take a few of them.
I'm going to take them out.
You would take a few of them. But let's just
I'm going to crack.
Okay, but what if they made a law that's like you have to let the homeless people in your house?
I'll go to prison.
Do you think all right, but here's the thing. Here's the question I'm asking. Do you think your house would survive? Your household, your family? You think you could all continue to live in that house?
With other people?
With homeless people just come. Okay, so this is kind of the scenario that we have with this country, right? They're just everybody from every country. And we think because, we've got all this land. We don't have all the resources to deal with these people. We really don't.
We can't fix our own problems.
No. And you know what I love, dude?
I mean, we could. Dude. We don't. But
we really could.
We just don't.
I was watching an interview today. Tucker Carlson, because I guess...
he went off on all the presidential candidates, Jade was saying.
Yeah, but who's the dude... for God's sakes, I'm such an idiot. Who's the guy that was Trump's VP? Mike Pence.
Yeah, he's running for president.
Tucker Carlson was interviewing him, and he was asking about the homeless, or Pence was saying something about how we still need to send like whatever billions dollars worth of tanks to Ukraine. And Tucker stops him.
I get why we need to now.
Why, Ski?
Because
please enlighten me.
Because we already started. Like now, I'm not saying we should, but I see why they're going to.
All right.
Because we already invested that much into it. Now you're stuck doing it.
How? We can pull out of
Ukraine.
But
then we look like a bunch of bitches.
No, we don't. How do we look like bitches?
We will look weak.
How?
We will.
If we don't help, we would look weak if our
because then it says we're not doing. Because right now it looks like we can handle it. We're like maybe we can't still, but to other countries, I'm assuming they're like, well, like why did they stop giving it? They're gonna be like, well, they can't take care of themselves.
What? Maybe. Is Ukraine our responsibility though?
No, but we kind of we've invested too much already. Now that's the problem.
I feel like, well, dude, the way we pulled out of the Middle East, bro, like what kind of
a good run
dignity do we have left after that pull?
That's what I'm saying. Now we can't do it again.
But our troops aren't in Ukraine necessarily.
Yeah, they've already said they were.
I know, but not officially.
But we've admitted it. Okay. We've already officially admitted it too.
What? They're fighting. We're training. We're in training.
We said they're training now, but originally we said there was none there, And now we're like, oh, they're there.
Right.
After some got killed.
If we were over there actively.
They are.
No, I mean, like, if it was a war with Russia, because that's what it would be.
We're sending
if we
troops
said we're sending troops to Ukraine and we're going to fight Russia, that's the United States going to war with Russia, right? Right?
We won't admit it 100% because then you're saying, yeah, we're involved in the war.
Right. Okay.
Just like Russia says they wouldn't do certain things, but they probably would, you know?
But the thing was,
Everybody's
dude.
dirty.
But the question that, well, you're right.
Can't win a war by telling everybody what you're going to do.
The weird thing is none of us even know what this is all about, really. You know, there's so much, I'm sure there's something that's so much deeper and darker going on than, it's not just Russia's invading Ukraine. Some other nonsense is going on, and of course we just don't know.
Well, like they say, and Russia's right to a point, the West wants to move farther that way. Like you push your ideology and everything that way, and Ukraine's willing to let you in there. So now you're like, well, why wouldn't we? We're going to bring our ideas and our policies, and we're bringing them that way. Like we're pushing and pushing and pushing, just like they want to push back. Like, right? Like they think they're right, we think we're right. Like it's like me and you, if we disagreed on something, we could never come to terms. Like one of us is wrong.
Which is what's happening right now.
Right? Like
I am right.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like it's a mess. That's what it is.
Okay.
Everybody wants to be the superpower. Like we can do this. We're everybody, right? Like it's like a guy gets a fight. I'm bigger and I'm better than you. Like no, I am.
Do you think that that's what it is?
Some of it.
Hey, can I pose a theory? What if we're in a lot more trouble than anybody wants to tell us?
Well, I'm sure we are.
What if the United States is in deep trouble right now? Financially, we're swimming in debt. Our military is starting to dwindle. No one wants to admit that, by the way. They cannot draft people to save their asses. The military is quite literally
they
going
can't get people
woke.
to sign up. They can draft your ass.
Well, they draft. Yeah. Did I say draft?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't get people to volunteer anymore to fight for this country. You know, it's... What if we're in a lot of trouble?
They want to fight for the wrong reasons is what it is.
True.
People are fighting for things. It's just some of them are not necessarily any better for this country, I guess. People are worried about fighting over all these small things. You're not paying attention to really I think that's a lot of it too. Maybe the left doesn't even want the whole tranny movement thing to really go through. Maybe it's just a way for you. It's something to take away from like what they're really doing. Like it's like, yeah, this is in the news. The news is going to push this. This is what matters, but we're really doing this and we're giving all this money, right?
Right.
How is that not more important than necessarily even like rights right now for anything? Realistically, like they could be pushing us farther and farther into a war that we can't back out of. And like, what are you going to do? Because you're too worried about what's going on over here.
Who, us?
Yeah, like people in general. You're watching what's the new TikTok thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like they're worried about that. Like, oh, somebody came on and said the tranny movement. We got to worry about that.
Some of the stuff we're going to do some videos on later, by the way, you and I. Right. So do you think we as civilians should be more active in the war stuff? Even though we have zero, because I think
we should be more involved so we know what's going on.
But we don't because we're lied to. So what's the point in involving yourself in it if you're like the people like Tim Kennedy, Jocko, the people that were actually in the military? A lot of them are looking at what's going on in the other countries and they're going, "This is really weird," and none of it makes sense, and I don't even know what the hell they are doing. So why would I? Like, what is it worth? I think we should have conversations like this about it, right? But is it worth my time to watch the news about news on the war in Ukraine anymore?
No, but I'm saying people should be more involved in politics, maybe. Like
that for
general
sure.
people. Like, politics suck. They're boring. I get it.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to deal with that. But I think more American people should start getting more involved in it. I'm not even just saying the voting aspect. I think if the younger generation wants all this stuff to happen, like, and some people are, but like, you need to be more involved in it, like
for sure you
to
should
know what's going on.
For sure, I think that's probably the most basic, simple way for us all to get more involved in politics is the voting. I think if everybody would focus just on the voting, who's in there,
but
just
don't vote for who's popular then either. That shouldn't be who you're voting. You should be voting because of what you actually believe in. Like when Hillary ran, like why? Remember when they come out and they'd ask, all women were jumping because Hillary's a woman and she's running. But why are you voting for her? Is it only because she's a woman?
Well, that wasn't even true because
and
people
a lot of
did
them
not vote. Women were not voting for Hillary.
But the people they would talk to and ask,
right,
when they were all jumping on the wagon of like, okay, but why are you voting for her? Like, what are your reasons? And most of them couldn't even answer the question.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that she's a woman. And I get like maybe you want, but is she the woman that should be in there? Just because she's a woman doesn't mean she's right for the job.
Right.
Like, were there not other women running eventually at one point? There was.
Oh, bro, what about equality, Skis? You're being really misogynistic and
but they're only voting because she's a woman.
Well,
not
yeah,
anything she believes
that's the simple-mindedness of our whole. I'm
not voting for a guy because he's a guy.
Yeah, but we're a little deeper than that. A lot of dudes are that dumb, though. Mm-hmm. You know, we can't. Dudes are exactly as dumb. Like Trump, they voted for him just because they felt like he was a redneck guy from the South. Like people like the KKK that claim Trump as their dude, they don't understand that Trump is not a KKK guy, you know, but they just, from the outside, these snippets and the way he interacts with people, they see him as this, oh yeah, you know, he's about as close as it gets. You know, we're just going to take him just because of that. Yeah. And he disavowed him, right, on national television, which is horrible. But
I'll even admit, when he ran at first, at the beginning, I was like, hey.
A black guy.
But I was like, this guy, he could talk to people. He's a good talker.
He's a great talker. He's a good liar.
And I even got fed into that a little bit. And I was like, maybe this is the guy. Like change? Yeah, that sounds good. Dude, right now, maybe we need some change.
You hear everybody say that, right? Where it's like, he was such a great talker. He looked good in his suits. Yeah. He was slim. And it brings you to the point that
you're judging a guy based off his cover, basically.
No, but it brings you to the point of, well, yeah, 100%. It also brings you to this point where it's, everybody always says the president doesn't run the country, right? It's the corporations who run the country and the big businesses and stuff like that, right? So we almost, to the point where politics are at in this country right now, we almost should be voting for the guy who gives us all the best feel. Yeah. Because literally...
You should be voting for the CEO of Amazon.
well, no. We should be voting for the guy that's the most charismatic but also is intelligent and has a track record of doing...
Actually doing his...
Right.
Doing the work.
Which Trump was, honestly. What really screwed Trump up... What really screwed Trump up was how they attacked him throughout the whole thing and tied his arms up so he couldn't actually do anything. But if you go back and watch any of his old interviews, he's been the same guy for his entire life, pretty much. He's had the same views of America, the same everything, right? So that's kind of, you want to find individuals like that. So when, who's the governor of California?
Newsom.
When Gavin Newsom eventually decides to step up, which you probably all know he's going to, and try to do it.
Who's going to vote for that guy if they left their own state, though?
Right, but he's got that Obama charisma to him, right? That a lot of people, right? So I think you should go for that as far as the president goes. Someone that gives us all that moral boost. He's a good public figure, blah, blah, blah. But the one thing everybody forgets to do is dig into their past and look at their track record. And we can all look at Gavin Newsom's disastrous track record in California. Okay,
I'm not saying a past record necessarily is a good thing either, because like people can change.
We don't want that guy changing as president, though. I don't want you finding yourself.
Maybe he did something bad 10 years ago, but like
it's too much. You're out. You effed up. We need a solid individual.
I think somebody can.
Jocko Willing.
I think people can mess up if they can fix it.
I don't want you fixing.
What if they messed up, but they did fix it also?
Okay, so what if Kamala Harris decides to run for president? All of a sudden, next year, she starts speaking correctly. She finds herself. Would you vote for her?
No, I'm saying fix, like, if like an actual thing they did, not necessarily like how they're acting, like something they did in politics. Like he can come on there and be like, yeah, I messed up and I'm going to fix it. And he came and fixed it.
You know what I would say?
Could you be for that guy?
No, I would say I don't believe you.
Because he can admit when he's wrong.
I would say I don't believe you because you are lying to get into the presidency right now.
But what if he does fix it? Is what I'm saying.
How
like while he's in office, he fucks up. And then he's like, I'm going to fix this. I messed up big time. And I'm going to fix this. I'm sorry, American people, I messed up. I'm going to fix this. And he turns around and fixes it.
He would have to bankrupt California to fix it.
I'm not saying Newsom in general. I'm saying
we have to use somebody as an example, though. Let's use Newsom.
No, I don't want to say him because I don't think he will. I'm saying this is a guy you don't know much about and he messes up.
Like the Chinese dude?
Like say he has high hopes, he comes in and he kind of messes up at first, but he like turns it around and fixes it. Well, still during his term. Would you vote for him again?
As president?
Yeah.
If he effed up the first one?
But he's someone new. You don't know much about him. Say this like, he's younger, he's kind of newer to politics, but like you think he's going to do a good job, and he comes in, he's like, and he tells you he makes a big mistake while he's in there. He's like, he comes on TV, he's like, I messed up America, I'm sorry. He fixes it during his first term. What if he fixes it and makes it better? Could you vote for him again?
No, if you're the president.
But he can fix things that are broken.
If you're the president of the United States, you do not have the luxury of round 2 with this country. Our lives, you cannot F around with our lives.
Well, Biden's going to get it probably.
Exactly. No, the hell he will.
What if he does?
How dare you, sir?
What if he does?
Then we should all kill ourselves. If we elect him again, we should either kill ourselves
Who's we?
Or whoever's in charge of the voting booths.
Not us.
I
wish it was a popularity vote. It's not though.
Right.
It's the electoral college vote.
That's what I'm saying. It's a bought and paid for thing. I'm almost to the point now where I feel like governors have more power than the goddamn president in this country. I see Ron DeSantis. I see the governor of Texas doing all these. They're protecting our borders. The governors of these states are literally defending our borders.
They should be president.
It's the job of the United States government to do that, not the state's job to take care of the United States border.
And they're coming around because they don't know how to fix it, so they're making it up to the states.
Yeah.
They're delegating their work.
Right. But I don't like that.
No.
They're delegating, but they're also trying to cut their hands off at the same time.
Yeah. Then you're like, oh, no, you did that wrong.
And they demonize them in the news. Yeah.
It's like, well, you're not doing anything.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying I feel like the president, number one, he has to have an incredible track record. Number two.
Who's in charge of Texas? Ted Cruz, right?
No.
It's not Ted Cruz no more?
Gabbett. Greg Gabbett or something, isn't it?
I thought he was at one time.
The governor of Texas? Abbott. Something. It's governor. Yeah, Greg Abbott. Here it is.
Well, maybe that guy needs to be president then, because at least he's trying to do something for the country.
He could be. But
is he going to run?
I don't think so. And I think Greg Abbott he's a solid dude. I don't know too much about him, honestly, though.
Are you looking him up or no?
He's right here. What do you want to
look? It says he is.
What do you mean? Yeah, this is Texas Governor Greg Abbott.
Oh, okay.
What's his name?
Well, then what did Ted Cruz do? Or was he and he had to leave?
Ted Cruz is just in Congress, isn't he?
Oh, maybe that's it then.
Senator Cruz?
Because I remember when something happened. Remember when something happened in Texas not that long ago, and they were like, he was on vacation.
Ted Cruz took. I think he's a representative. I think he's a Texas representative in Congress.
But he did come back from vacation to try to fix it.
Well, after the freeze was over, and he enjoyed his vacation while everybody died. That's when he came back.
They didn't die. They just took our power.
Well, I think they lost some people in that freeze.
We literally had towns losing power here because they're directing it down there.
Which brings me to another point. We're all trying to get on the electrical grid right now. Okay? Texas they said 6 minutes away from their grid going down and being irreparable. First of all, how you come up with the 6-minute number is mind-blowing. It's like, how do you know? You were 6 minutes away. Was there like a fuse burning down? Like, what was it? And then when you think...
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, Mission Impossible music starts playing.
Dude, I cannot wait.
Tom Cruise is like, I'm coming in to fix this.
Oh, Tom Cruise has another movie out.
I was listening. Sorry.
No, Tom Cruise has another movie out I need to go watch. But I can't wait till California by 2032, I believe, everything has to be electric in California. All your cars, your trucks.
Until they pass another law saying they don't. That's just a law that came into effect recently.
Right, but I just think it's so awesome because we need a test subject, right? And everything that's new, you need someone.
Might as well be California.
Might as well be, dude. I'm so willing to let them test this out for the rest of the country because the first power outage that they have, it's gonna be monumental. Everything's gonna burn. There's gonna be looting and rioting. Teslas all over in the streets. It's like, what? To put everything on the electrical grid. First of all, I've heard this from numerous intelligent people. It's not even possible to get this country in our lifetime.
It is with Elon Musk with a sun farm. They came on there and said how big it needed to be.
What do you mean?
Elon Musk even said it.
A solar farm?
You don't even need that. He said how big it would be, and that'd be a fraction of what you need from the country.
I'm just not buying it. If it was that simple,
it is.
Why is he wasting all his money going to Mars when he could build that little wind?
Because they're paying him money to do it.
Well, why not build a little sun farm?
Maybe he is.
He could power Texas, right?
Maybe
Couldn't he do that in Texas?
You can buy solar stuff from him for your house, from Tesla, to power your house.
I'm just not seeing the results, man.
Because you don't know people. Well, where we're at, it's like, but you can go online, you can order the solar power kit for your house, and Tesla will come in and they install it, and it'll give you power for your house.
Well, what? A Tesla kit for my house?
You can buy it through Tesla, I'm pretty
sure.
How
much?
I think me and Dave it's not super cheap, but that and like if you make so much and you don't need to use it all, you can sell it back.
Are the
I just don't know
companies...
I don't know what the additional charge to have it installed is. It's not super cheap by any means.
Are the electric companies giving up? They're going to let this happen? I can go off grid and my state's like, oh, you don't have to pay for...
You don't have to use their power.
I thought that was a...
You can turn your power off right now if you want to call and be like, I don't want power to this house anymore.
I thought there was some way that they try to screw you, though, when you do that.
Why? What if you had a fireplace? So how are they gonna tell you can't use that?
You know, there are like farms, or there's certain states they don't let you collect rainwater, bro. So you're gonna tell me I can go completely off grid in the middle of the city and they're just cool? I'm not now paying any like electric to the city. What if everyone did that?
I don't know if
the majority.
That's what you're paying at the initial cost is the tax of that. But like I said, if you collect so much and you tie it into the grid, you can actually sell that electricity back to one of the companies.
Well, it must be pretty substantial then to do it, cost wise.
It's not super cheap, but it'd be a good thing for somebody that like say somebody that lives out of town. Like if you wouldn't have to pay for stuff if it can heat your home and everything, if it's enough power. I don't know what it can all power, how much you would need, but I'm pretty sure as long as you get like your roof covered in them, like you're good.
I wonder if that would work this year with all the smoke blowing in from Canada. This year has been ridiculously overcast, right? Am I wrong about that? It's just been overcast and the smoke. When I was driving here yesterday, I felt like I was driving through Mars. Like the smoke, all of a sudden, where is the fire? How have they not gotten that under control yet? Yeah. It's been burning all year. Is there any of Canada left? What is it?
Maybe there's more going on than we know.
Yeah, what if it's all deep fake stuff? What if Canada's gone, bro? Imagine a world.
Russia's moving in.
Yeah, Canada got invaded. We don't know about it. They're trying to keep it quiet and get things under control. The smoke we see in the air is people's ashes, like burning. Humans. Canadians.
They just don't want us to travel, yeah.
Did you see that Jamie Foxx? I don't know why I'm bringing this up. Did you see Jamie Foxx? He recently got he was on a movie set and he had this bad incident with his body. Like he had
we can't say it on here, right?
Yeah. Everybody thinks it was from a certain needle.
Drug.
A certain needle that he something he might have taken in his body
that he didn't want to.
That really effed him up. But
I know he didn't want to.
Dude, but now of course no, he didn't want to. But now he's out.
Yeah, and he looks weird.
He looks weird. Did you send me that? Yeah, you sent me that.
That video looks all like demonic in the picture, right? Like he's like a demon, dude. Unless he's just that mad.
No, well, he should be.
If it's really him.
And you can't even sue anybody for that. You know, somebody forces you to take things into your body that you essentially.
Well, because you knowingly went. I mean, you went in there yourself. They didn't make you do it.
Oh no,
he could have said no. He just was doing it for his job.
He probably could have said no and then never got another job in Hollywood ever again after that.
Yeah, but he could have said no.
But he couldn't have. What if he's got bills to pay, skis?
We can get a job working at Burger King. I don't know.
The ball's on you to say some shit.
Hey,
like
they say that to us, right? They want us to work those jobs.
Yeah, I suppose.
He wants to go get BK. Someone's got to work it.
I wonder if you think he's dead? That's the conspiracy. He's dead. It's a robot. Just like the Britney...
The clone, right? The clones.
Well, just like the Britney Spears thing. You know about Britney, bro?
Dude,
no
she
one
makes some
knows about
videos.
Britney. Well, we don't... They've
really
discovered... Yeah, they've discovered that some of the videos that were being made on her account, it was like a deep fake of her face, and it was her sister. Like, what the hell's her sister's name? Whatever. It was her sister. When she spun around, someone paused it. She was doing this stupid little dance routine. Someone paused it, and the little filter kind of moved out of the way, and it was her sister. People, I don't know. There's a lot of conspiracy. There's like a whole community on Reddit and whatever saying free Britney Spears or what happened to Britney Spears. Is Britney Spears okay? I think she's dead, man. It's sketchy. I watched a couple of those videos, and I was like, ooh.
Think about how much money they could still rake in, though, from that stuff if it really wasn't them. Like, now they don't have to actually pay that person because they don't exist. But they can keep using them, right?
I know. That's the dark part.
They made that movie, and it's on Hulu. Remember that one I told you to? We watched the preview. We did a video on it. And that whole video is the same thing. They make clones, right? And then they kill them.
What?
It's got that Skarsgård guy in it. Like one of the from, not the guy that plays it, but his brother. One of the brothers.
What was the theme of the movie again?
He's an author, and he goes and like, she's like, oh, you want to do something really fun? We watched the preview, and they wear like the weird masks.
Oh,
and they like
Infinity Pool?
Yeah, I didn't watch it yet, but it's on Hulu.
Me neither. I actually started watching it with my girl, and it was boring.
Well, did you get the whole way?
I turned it off halfway.
I watched.
I don't know. Maybe I wasn't in the right headspace or something.
I know this is off topic. We're talking
about. It's a podcast, dude. Just crank them out.
But I watched The Watcher, or The Witcher. My bad. The Watcher.
I started that literally last night.
But it sucks because they got rid of him.
Wait,
They know he's not making any more Witch. They canceled.
Right, and this is the last Witcher that.
Yeah, but you know the new guy's going to be coming in this.
No one cares.
The second half.
Liam Hemsworth.
He's going to be in the second half,
dude.
And it's only 3 more episodes.
What?
They split it up, and it's only 3 more.
Well, listen. Congratulations to Liam. I hate to break it to you. Nobody cares. Okay, Liam, you should not have accepted that job, bro. We're actually gonna hate you more because you took it. You know, he thinks I'm coming in. I'm gonna save this franchise for them. You can't. How the hell do you?
And he's a good actor. Like it'd be different if he was like crappy at his job. Be like, yeah, probably could use a different face, but like, nah, he did good.
Dude, Henry Cavill is the GOAT of that show.
He's like the new one for me, I think, for as far as like somebody younger, like in movies.
Have you watched all of Henry Cavill's movies?
I've watched a lot of them, yeah.
Oh man, he can't lose, son. Whenever I see Henry Cavill in a movie, it's a banger, and I love it. And I wonder what that is. Is it just his face? Certain people have a face that you appreciate.
Well, he's a good
stud,
actor,
man, yeah, he's a good actor. But he's a freaking stud, and he does his job.
He was in he was in Mission Impossible, right? The new one.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And he's in. Did you watch that one where it's him and that Army Hammer guy? That one's pretty good. They're like, he's American and the other guy's like a Russian, and they have to like work together.
Yes,
that was a good movie though. I like that. Even though the guy's into like some whatever, I don't know what he likes to eat people or something, right? That's why he's like canceled. That Army Hammer dude.
What?
The other guy that played him, yeah.
I didn't know about that.
He had talked about, I think it was about like,
isn't that the guy from
humans?
Isn't that the guy from Altered Carbon? Is that the same dude we're talking about?
No, that's a different guy.
What happened to Altered Carbon?
They made a new one, but then they used that Anthony Mackie dude, right? The second time. It just probably didn't do as good.
How could you F that up? That was the show, bro.
I liked the first season, but I tried to watch the second. I didn't like that one too much.
There were so many shows. Beef. You seen Beef on Netflix? I think it's on Netflix. Dude, Beef, these Asian people. Who's the Asian? The Asian dude that was in The Walking Dead that got his head bashed in with a baseball bat. He's one of the main characters of that show. Dude, you have to watch Beef, bro. If you have not watched
What's it
Beef,
about?
I don't even know. Well, he's like a little small time contractor.
Beef with people.
Yeah, but it's hilarious. It's like a comedy / it's so scarily like real life. I hate the fact that I just heard myself say like. I've been trying not to say like in these podcasts. I say like so many times, dude. Especially because Mel watches.
Well, you're saying it's like something is different.
I know, but we use like. If you actually listen to yourself and you hear how many times you say like, you say it a lot too. Damn it. You have to watch our podcast back. You'll hear yourself say like. You say like with every. I say it too. I'm like. I'm like, shut the. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, he's a small in Beef. He's like this. I said it again. He's a small contractor. I think he lives in California. And his business is failing. He's like living with his brother. And this woman, he gets into this like, there we go. Why'd you bring it up?
You did.
He gets into this.
Man.
No, wait. I want to tell my story. He gets into this altercation with this woman on the road. And it's a road rage incident. And he almost hits her car, or she almost hits him, and then eventually, now he's got nothing else going on in his life, so he figures out who she is and he goes to her house because he wants to get revenge. He gets the license plate. He thinks it's a dude. He doesn't know it's this woman. So he goes to the house and shows up. I don't want to give up the whole show, but he goes to her house, shows up, pretends he's some contractor. He's like, oh, I see you got some mold over there. Like, I'll fix that, right? He goes, and while he's in her house, because the wife is home, she's the one that he almost got into this fender bender with. But he thinks it's her husband. He's like, is your husband home? She's like, no, he's not here. And then he's like looking around. He's like, oh, you got some mold there. I can take care of that. I'm a contractor. She lets him in. They're talking. They're getting along. He's not creepy or anything, so that's why she let him in and all this. And he's like, can I use the bathroom? Before he leaves, he used the bathroom and just pisses all over their house, like all over the bathroom, everywhere, and then leaves. And then that sparks this whole episode where she's trying to find him and get revenge for what he did and all this stuff. But it's like, there we go again. God, cue the
music.
Damn it. Thank you for watching this episode. And
and subscribe.
Share this page, subscribe. We got videos, they're floating here, you'll see them. We're gonna catch you guys in I don't know, the next video or something. Later.
Please.
What's cooler than that?
Well, keep it simple, stupid.